Hey, it's Marie, and welcome to episode 22 of Friday Sews. It is March 2022, and I'm going to be talking about hashtag #SewFrugal2022 and give you a little bit of a sneak peek of what I am making. So stay tuned. First, a little chat about what I'm wearing, which is cut and sewn too large, even with the adjustments, but it's super comfortable. It is a simplicity pattern, and there's two numbers, R10183, also S8910. So I'll put the line drawings next to me, or you'll see them anyway. There are several different options to this dress: short, below the knee, full length. There's cap sleeve, there's a kind of a quarter length sleeve, which is what I am wearing, and then sleeveless with or without ties. So it's got a lot of variety and options. And then as far as fabric, what I'm wearing is a Robert Kaufman. This is emerald green, 55% linen, 45% cotton, and I noticed that Amazon and fabric.com are selling it, even though I purchased this back in 2017, I think in July of 2017. This is medium. It's not the lightest weight, so on the really hot summer days, this probably won't work because it's pretty heavy. But suggested fabrics are challis, chambray, cotton lawn, linen types, lightweight poplin, and silky types. Now, if you needed or wanted practice with pleats, or you love sewing with pleats, this is definitely full of pleats. So let me get up and show you. So here it is in all its glory. Pleats in the front, pockets, which make it fun. I have contrast. This is Robert Lake. It's a cute quilting cotton. I also added that contrast in the biased tape binding under the cuff. There are pleats above the cuff, and there are pleats in the back. You can see that it's definitely roomy. I actually had to do insert some vertical, I guess almost like a fisheye dart, really long, to help solve that problem of that excess fabric in the back, because it was just not pretty. So, I mean, I don't think this is supposed to be a fitted dress, but I did definitely had to alter it. And again, I cut it too large. My mistake. But yeah, it's comfortable. And also let me show you. There's also the little contrast that I added for the hem, the bias binding on the underside of the blind hem stitch. So there is my fun spring dress, all in green. So what is in this bag? I can't wait to show you. Let me just chat quickly about what it's about, basically. Hashtag So Frugal 2022 is hosted by two sewists in England, I believe, Sam Frugalissima and Ruan, the Yorkshire Sew Girl. They are hosting this Instagram challenge, and I am coming on board to meet the challenge, which is basically for my non-sewist viewers. If you're not aware of it, just do a Google search. There's a lot of vloggers in the sewing world that have talked about it in great detail. My information is very general because, well, I'm just sewing and going to share my make on Instagram on the 31st of March. The whole goal is to sew frugally, so use what you have in your stash, which I totally love and agree with 100%, and use a free pattern that most of us are accessing that online PDF patterns that is accessible pretty much globally to everyone, so that those makes that are then shared will inspire others. It'll open up your eyes to what you might have never considered in the way of a garment, or even pairing that with fabric. So that's kind of what it is in a nutshell. So I have 3 garments constructed. One is almost finished. I just need to put the final touches on it, and 2 are totally complete. Obviously, they're free patterns. 2 of the garments are from one pattern, one and the same. I just wanted to try different fabric. And then the other is actually a pattern that is specifically for a child. So 2 items for me and 1 for a child. And I love sewing for children. I've done that for years. So the first thing that I'm going to do is just going to show you the fabrics, and then you can try to guess. It's going to be, I think, difficult to guess because there are so many free patterns out there, and if you've been watching those sewing vlogs, you know the list is unlimited. But here we go. Okay, so the first, and this is small because I don't have a lot of fabric left. So, shocker, I actually challenged myself and sewed with a print. If you've been watching my videos, you know that I tend to prefer solids and I love linen. But, ta-da, I sewed something with a print. And this is a rayon challis, so it has a nice drape and it's lightweight, perfect for spring. And even into the summer. What else can I give you a hint? So I'll tell you that it is a top. So it's not a bottom, it's not a dress, it's not an accessory. It is a top. I don't want to give too much away. I might actually show you one pattern piece, but let's just wait. So it's a top. Modest, it's very modest, so it took a lot of fabric also, a lot of fabric. This fabric I got back in early January of this year, so this would qualify because the garments that we are, for this challenge, we're sewing in the month of March, and so I've already had this in my stash, so it qualifies. So that is the first clue or sneak peek. The next item, again, it's same pattern, so you know that it's a top, and we're going back to my love, which is a linen and a solid. I wanted to see how this constructed with a totally different type of fabric. So here it is. This is so pretty. this is called, I think, Blue Bonnet, and I will link it in the description box. This is 100% linen, and it is a middleweight or medium weight, and this was through fabricstore.com, where I just got a big haul for my birthday. This, though, I had in my stash from, I was going to look at my notes because I actually don't remember. So this was purchased in July on the 1st of 2021. So this would be eligible for the Frugal frocks. I've had it. And again, I used the same pattern. So it's a top and I love it. Now, you also, if you've been following me, know that I love to have things finished with French seams or other finishes, and with linen it frays like crazy. So I did do French seam finishes, and I also did some bias binding. So I made my own bias tape, and talking about Frugal here, I found this old bag of cotton fabric strips with an old quilting pattern. See, I've tried, I have attempted quilting, but to no avail. I just stop and can't follow through. One of these days I'll have a finished quilt. But this, I found the receipt was in the back with the fabric and the pattern, and this was purchased in 2001. So this is, I've hung on to this a long time. I feel kind of guilty of doing that. I should have passed it on to someone else. But I found some really cute quilted cotton strips that I thought would work really well with that fabric. And so you will see it in the finished garment. I hope to do a reveal not only with pics on Instagram, but also a video so I can go more into detail. Cross your fingers, I hope that I can get it up. I'm starting a new class at UCLA on a Monday, which is going to take up a lot of my time. So, but I really want to do a video, and I know there are going to be a lot of other people doing that, and it's fun. But this is what I used for the binding to finish. I think I did it, the underside of the hem and some other areas. So yeah, I am definitely using what's in my stash. All right, the last clue you're gonna get for this garment that I've sewn 2 of for myself is I'm gonna give you a sneak peek of the pattern piece. Hopefully I have the company covered, we'll see. Are you ready? Ready? Here is the back side, and I'm going to stand back because this is big. Oh, and I cut a size 10 just so you have some context. This is, let me back up. This is the sleeve. This is the sleeve. So take the glue. And yeah, I hope you can't see, yeah, but this is the sleeve. So yay, it's a fabric. I think it requires 3 yards. I'm not sure. I'd have to go back and check. But that's it. All right, I have one more, so stick around. Okay, this is the last clue. Preview, I don't know what you want to call it. This thing looks, okay, it's like maybe I should put one of those big full slips under it. Yeah, make it a ball gown or something, I don't know. All right, here we go. So this is for a little girl, and it's already been whisked off to this child, was for her birthday. I don't want to give too much away. You might guess based on the fabric what type of garment it would be. So I'll just let you ponder and I'll show you the fabrics. First one is this light blue or icy blue crushed velvet. It is a synthetic, which kind of goes against what I usually use and sew, but again, this was for someone else, and it was customized based on the request. So there's one. This I acquired in, I believe, January. So again, that would be eligible for to enter as, you know, the Sew Frugal. It was being planned before I even decided to participate in this challenge. This is the second embedded sequins in this metallic fabric. This was about 10 bucks a yard. It was a little pricey, and it wasn't actually too bad to sew. I did use a rolled hem from my serger. I converted my my serger machine. I'm looking over at it. It still has the threads on it. And then last but not least, I have some tulle with lots of glitter in it. And this made a mess in my sewing room. And I found this glitter in the bathroom, in the kitchen, in my hair, on my clothes. It's in my lap as we speak. But yeah, so I'm not going to say anything else because, again, you probably are getting somewhat of an idea of the type of garment it might be. But yeah, so that is it. I'm excited. March 31st is just around the corner, and I will be posting my makes and tagging Ruan and Sam. Their channels are amazing. I will link them in the description box if you're not familiar with these sewists. They have so much information. They're very valuable in the sewing community. And yeah, so thanks for watching. Happy March, happy spring. I hope you sew something green, and until next time, I'll see you in the sewing room. Bye.